This is the Effing One Podcast, Australia's only Formula One podcast with Adam and Luke.
G'day and welcome to Effing One Podcast. It's the place where the Formula One media world comes to steal great ideas. Looking at you. That's right, looking at you, Crofty. Dead set in the eyes. And your refreshing idea to make Formula One more interesting for the fans by challenging the Formula One grid to a reverse parking challenge. Oh. Who thought of that, I wonder? Oh. This podcast right here.
Maybe 5 years ago?
5 years ago. Genius. Unbelievable. Yes, this truly mildly amusing, hastily thrown together, poorly thought out podcast may only get a few downloads. But we don't want any more, thank you. No more. We've got Mrs. Luke, your mum.
Mum.
She's listening. Got a handful of weirdos. And
that's my uncles.
Your uncles. And the ever popular and ever respected Formula One media outlets wanting fresh ideas. So they're all tuning in. It's the podcast that lifts up the forgotten, the downtrodden, the dismissed, the overlooked. Brought to you by two very underachieving Aussie blokes. Yours truly and Lucas. So, grab your drink, loosen your belt, sit down, and shut the hell up! Because two overweight, middle-aged Aussie blokes are about to talk Formula One. G'day, Luke.
I'm glad we've changed it from slightly overweight to just overweight.
Just overweight. We are officially on the obese level.
And it's, hey, everyone else is doing it, so why not us?
Yeah.
That's what this podcast is all about, getting fat and watching Formula One.
Absolutely. Formula One.
Saudi Arabia, a great race, and it's a damn shame that it's in a country with such an abysmal human rights record.
Yeah.
Now, let's be real. Every Grand Prix has a terrible human rights record. Look at Melbourne.
Look at Melbourne.
And their lockdowns.
Oh.
Horrendous. And all the other countries, you know, they all have their dodgy past.
Yeah.
You know, look at the Dutch.
Oh, the Dutch, Luke.
Oh.
If I try not to look at them if I can, I'd rather not. I look the other direction. There's a Dutch person there. I'm heading that way.
What?
No eye contact.
Can't even hear the word Dutch. But if he's Belgian...
waffle-eating douchebag.
Motherfuckers. Anyway, I think we should have... There's two places that are incredibly corrupt, have a terrible human rights record, and they should have a Formula One race. And it starts with N.
Nigeria.
Not Nigeria.
No.
They've got a terrible human rights record, but you're correct.
Yes.
Terrible, but that's not it.
No.
Another one. Niger. No. Niger.
Nu'uphalofa.
Nu'uphalofa?
The capital of Solomon Islands.
Nicaragua?
Nicaragua.
No. We're not thinking Nicaragua. We're thinking one of some of the worst human rights. Narang.
No, I thought you were going to say the Nazis. It's a bit early to start throwing around don't get me wrong, we love talking about Nazis. But
listen to our other podcast. It's just Nazi central. A lot of high fives and, you know.
But Narang, Luke.
Narang. And there's one more starting with N that deserves terrible human rights record. Starts with N. It's in Asia.
Oh, you're testing me now, Luke.
I know.
You are testing me now. Is it Nigel?
Nigel. And Nigel lives in North Korea.
North Korea? How did that skip the list?
I think we should have a Grand Prix in North Korea.
Oh, what a great idea.
Now, if the Saudis can get one, why not the North Korean regime? We know the North Korean people are behind it because, to be fair, they have to be, or else they'll face execution.
Correct.
We are very well received in North Korea. Kim Jong
He loves it.
A big Speckled Jim fan. In fact, his last nuclear test was actually paid for by his winnings of betting on Speckled Jim.
Of course it was.
In the one bout that he won.
Correct. And who gave him the hot tip that he was going to win? We did.
Your old
You're
pals,
welcome.
the Effing One podcast.
We're kind of like Dennis Rodman, best mates with Kim Jong, weren't we?
Yep. Kim Jong, Kim, or whichever one we're fans of, we're friends of, and they deserve a Formula One race. I must admit,
they do.
They were devastated.
Oh, rations have been hard.
Did you see the scenes in North Korea when they heard about Speckled Jim dying?
I know.
Everyone was on the streets crying.
Tragic.
Crying their heads off, and they had to.
Yeah. Well, they were hungry, but they were also upset about...
We already ate the chicken.
They saw us eating the chicken. They saw us eating Speckled Jim.
Eating that food. But
we almost
yeah.
did it. We almost teased them a little bit. We should not have perhaps eaten it in front of.
Going.
With the window down.
North Koreans would love this.
You
That
know,
was probably wrong.
We had the limousine, window down, eating like it was KFC. Broadcasting to everyone, this chicken is really good. That's what
look, there's another dead body. There's another one. Yeah. They showed us that part of North Korea.
Hey, big shout out to North Korea, by the way. All the North Korean listeners. Listen to
We've
the
got
podcast.
a heap of downloads from unknown. It's either Russia or North Korea.
Correct.
And you're on board, you deserve a Grand Prix.
You deserve it.
If the Saudis can get one...
Oh, I believe. Look, this podcast, by the way, is brought to you by Saudi Arabian GP, proudly built on slave labour and killing journalists.
Some of those slave labourers are built into the asphalt.
Yes, we are happily taking Saudi money for this podcast. This doesn't just happen.
No.
This podcast.
Look at this room.
Look at that foam.
An upgrade. How
Thank
do we
you.
get him back? A lot of money.
We didn't mention any of the journalists dying.
No.
It was just keep your mouth closed. Hello, this is F1 podcast. Hello, please keep your mouth shut. We give you foam. You got it. Deal.
Foam.
That's a deal. Yes.
Win-win.
Don't mention them.
Can't really hear that clap. Thanks to this fantastic room.
Courtesy of Saudi Arabia
Saudi money.
and slave labour.
We actually had slave labourers build this.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got them over, put him back in their shipping container, off they fuck.
Yep. Little hole for air. That's all they need. Bit of water.
Shouldn't have filled that hole.
Maybe not.
Anyway, third championship, let's get on with that.
Yes, the third
This is
championship.
the reverse championship, because we pretty much know the other championship's one and done.
Well, after week one, we knew that the championship's over. That's okay,
Red
but
Bull,
we
Max.
are keeping Formula One interesting.
Yeah, we're keeping it great again.
That's our mission. We're keeping it great again, and we're trying to keep the interest. So we have to look at the worst performers of the week and cherish them.
And every Grand Prix, there's a new shit driver. There's some of the worst that are out there just putting their hand up to go, I want to lead the third championship.
Yep.
So the leader at the moment is our own boy, the stolen one, Oscar Piastri.
Oscar.
He's had a DNF in his first race, and now he's come, third last in this race. So he's done a very, very solid job of being incredibly shit.
rubbish.
But I anticipate less shit
Yeah.
for the rest of the year.
That'd be nice.
I mean, if he leaves McLaren, it might be less shit.
I mean, McLaren is pretty shit.
It's shitter than shit.
And he did qualify particularly well, ninth. He
Got in the top 10.
absolutely smashed it.
Didn't hit the wall.
Got hit by one of the Frenchmen early on.
Gas
wing.
man.
Gas man. Lost his wing and had to go to the back of the... But great qualifying. Potential, Luke.
Great qualifying. Good job, and he drove well on 49 lap tyres. He made that pass on Logan Sargent in the last lap.
Yep.
Good job by the stolen one. He's on negative 33 points. Daddy's boy, Lance Stroll, negative 25. Chuck Norris, negative 24. So both the McLarens high up in the third championship.
Oh, good stuff.
I don't think we'll mention anyone else in regards to that one. For the tips, we are getting to that. We've collided them, and every probably 6 Grand Prix, we'll let you know where the standings are. I don't want anyone to make any drastic decisions now.
No.
We're going to keep it running, keep it flowing, and if you put in your
Tease
tips...
them, Luke. You tease the audience. That's what we're doing right now. That's what you're doing.
But I
You're
must
very
say,
good at it.
Finn is flogging it. Finn Foley,
Oh, he loves to flog it.
nailing it,
Nailing it.
especially in the race.
He's very good.
And then we've got the people who aren't in the third championship at the moment are Max, Perez, Sainz, Russell, the douche canoe Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, and Pierre Gasly. They are still gotten points in their races. The championship, it's 44 to Max, 43 to Perez, Alonso 30, Sainz 20, Hamilton 20. The rest we don't care about.
No.
Constructors, Red Bull have got it 1.
It's all over.
No one cares about anything. Now the awards.
Awards, Luke. We got some awards to hand out
That's what we do.
for the Saudi Arabian GP, Lucas.
The most sought after award in motorsport.
Yeah, it is. It is. We've got some lovely trophies hand whittled by Peter, producer Pete, who's just outside the soundproof booth out in the corridor.
Thumbs up, Pete. Good job.
Thank you, Pete.
Levels sounding good.
Lovely. Look at that.
Good change of cable before.
Yeah, we had a little mishap early on. Luke's mic wasn't working. Quickly rushed in, didn't he?
Yep.
Fixed it all up.
Yep. I just
He's
don't
very
like when he
good.
bends over and you see his G-string.
It's unnecessary, but he enjoys it. So the first award is the Lick It and Send It award, Luke.
That's for the best overtaking manoeuvre.
Who wins that?
With Piastri on Logan Sargent, the final lap, very, very good overtaking manoeuvre, but the class overtake, I'm going to have to give it to Lance Stroll.
Yeah,
He went
Lance.
around the outside of Carlos Sainz on turn 13. It's a big little fucking loop-de-loop.
Yep.
Pretty much like a 180-degree corner. And he's just going around the outside like it's nothing. Lap 1, around the outside, around the outside.
Who did he overtake?
Around the outside. Carlos Sainz.
Carlos. Well, that's no mean feat. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know,
Not bad
similar
from-
match-for-match vehicle. Very nice.
Yeah. Good job, Lance. So he gets the Likert Senate Award for best overtaking maneuver.
Brilliant. What about the Nicholas Latifi, a.k.a. your shit award, Luke?
Yep.
That's the award for being shit. Who was shit?
Well, I'm going to play a bit of an audio
Oh, good.
for this
Good.
because we did it last year.
Yeah. Let's do it again. We got a live audience.
In stereo. And that is the Your Shit award.
Thanks to the Fulham Football Club.
What a great job that they did.
They recorded that just for F1 podcast, which is the beautiful thing. We said, look, we love what you do during the live games. Can you do it for the F1 podcast, please?
Of course they
Of course
could.
they did. They all got together, and you
just-
heard it right there.
And they should. They should
Very
every
nice
single
indeed.
time. Now,
What are you after?
where's the
You've
run
lost
sheet?
something. Oh, okay. Let's find it over here, Luke. You've gone to the wrong folder. This is awkward.
Oh, here
you've
we go.
closed it. Here we go.
No, it was a
No.
new tab. Didn't have a back on it.
Oh, there you
Anyway,
go.
great podcast.
Good
here.
podcast so far. Let's look at the highlights of this podcast.
So the next
Here we go.
Nicholas Latifi Award. So
Oh.
it's the Your Shit Award.
Oh, by the way, Luke, this podcast
Great
is just
time
going
to mention
beautifully. Beautifully.
Seamlessly.
Let's continue.
I'm not going to edit it out.
No, why would you?
It's good to see that sometimes things have a bit of dirt under the nails.
No one wants sanitised podcasting. They don't want to go back
You
and
don't want
edit out the
edits.
bad bits.
You want some bits that, hey,
Luke.
these guys aren't very organised.
If we edited out the bad bits of this podcast, there'd be nothing left. So we're not going to start doing that now.
Come on, we'd have your intro.
No, that's bad.
A little bit about
That was a little
Nazis.
bit bad.
That was fun.
Nazis, that was a bad mention.
So the Your Shit Award goes to McLaren. Dead last, useless, hopeless, and just shit.
Absolutely rubbish.
They are the new Williams.
They really are. They are shit.
Imagine you're the team that's now Williams. Williams have
God.
scored a point.
No. And I don't think it's going to help that they've just fired half their technical team. It's
No.
not going to help, Luke.
No. It's a bit late for that. They should have fired him before they designed this car.
Yeah, bit late now, mate.
Oh, okay. Now you have to deal with this for the rest of the year.
Good luck. James Key's giving them the fingers on the way out.
Fuck you, fellas.
Hey, enjoy that
this
shit car. Little bundle of shit for you.
He came from Toro Rosso, which was
Not great raps.
when you think, we should get an engineer. Would you
Yes.
think Red Bull? Would you think
No.
Mercedes?
No,
There you go. You know what?
let's go for a shit team.
Let's pick up someone from
Let's
Alpha.
steal someone from the shittest team.
Yoink.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Idiots. The Green Award, Luke, for looking after the global footprint, minimising carbon. Who was responsible for the Green Award?
So the Green Award, we're giving it to Daddy Boy, Lance Stroll.
Lance Stroll.
And not only did he retire for the Grand Prix, saving his own fuel, great job there, thinking about his carbon footprint, but his placement of the car, where he parked it, brought out a safety car. I immediately, as soon as I saw this happen, went back to Singapore, 2009,
Yep.
where I think it was 2009.
Yeah.
Fernando Alonso wins a race because Nelson Piquet Jr. crashes in a part of the track that they can't access, so there needs to be a safety car. When I saw this happen, I go, oh. And then
we go.
Alonso was just past pit lane. I was like, nah, he's fucked.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have won the race anyway.
No.
Red Bulls are way too quick at the
Way
moment.
too quick.
But I did initially think that, but where he was parked, when you looked at it, it was actually right next to the marshals. He was off track. He
Yep.
was tucked behind. They probably only had to move it a foot.
Yes.
If they put out a VSC and just gone, nah, just slow down here, boys.
Yeah.
They had to push it 2 feet. Boom. He's
Like that.
behind the barrier completely.
Perfect.
Insane. Didn't need overreaction, FIA.
Yeah.
The stewards.
It's a shame.
They get the Green Award.
Good. The Pastor Maldonado Award for just being just crazy.
Dangerous driver.
Just crazy dangerous.
Nick de Vries does it all on his own, but someone who makes contact with someone else, that goes to a Frenchman. That goes to Pierre Gasly
Oh, brilliant.
on his contact with our boy.
Yes.
The chosen. Not the chosen, the
stolen
one.
The
I
stolen
get
one.
confused. He's going to turn out to be the chosen one.
He will be.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Take that, Crofty. You stealing, chain-smoking fat litterbug. You should worry about obesity and less about stealing jokes.
Great ideas from the world's smallest podcast. Hey? Or at least give us some cred.
The brains trust of Formula One.
Unbelievable.
They found that fucking briefcase we delivered to them years ago.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, we had Juanita.
Yes.
She was at the front door.
Yes. We delivered the suitcase full of great ideas to make Formula One great again. We personally delivered it to Liberty Media over in the States.
Now, they've found it and they've
found it.
picking them out.
Crofty's found it and he's picked through it.
He's elbow deep.
Like a North Korean on Speckle Jim. And they have absolutely picked it to the bone. There's nothing left on
North Korean jokes.
We do.
We'll
Can't
get more,
beat a
don't
good
worry.
North Korean joke.
The rest of the year,
Yep.
heaps more to come. So the Pastor Maldonado gives it to Pierre Gasly.
Yep.
Can't have that boy. And I think it was completely choreographed by Otmar Safnauer.
Yeah.
He's gone, we're not going to let that boy, who was stolen from us, in front of us. So the Frenchman ordered a coup, and Gasly's hit him.
Coup d'etat.
He was around the outside.
Yeah.
Like, he was there, and then Gasly's just driven across like he's not there. He's right beside you, buddy.
Yeah.
Open your fucking eyes.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot more of that.
Oh, especially from those fucking French.
French running into our boy.
Twats.
The chosen one. The stolen one. Anyway. The F1 Podcast Award, Luke, for making Formula One great. Who won that one?
Well, common sense prevailed. Stripping Alonso from third as Terry was back to his tricks again during the penalty time pit stop.
Really?
Alonso served his 5-second penalty for lining up outside his box. I don't know why so many people can't line into their box. It's happened twice already.
Yeah.
He served his penalty and Terry gently kissed the rear structure with his lips.
Oh.
Just a little kiss.
Soft lips.
Yeah.
Yep.
And because he touched the car, at the time, the FIA was like, that's all okay.
Yeah.
And then, of course, someone obviously had a whinge. It would have been probably Toto because he had the most to gain from that.
Right.
Like, oh, they touched the car. But this came 30 laps later. There was rumours of it with like 2 laps to go. You need to get a 5-second gap.
Right.
Even though the penalty that Ocon got the previous race was a 10-second penalty. So 5 seconds, I mean, shit.
No.
But it has to be 10 seconds.
Yes.
Didn't. He ended up, they investigated it later after they sprayed the fake champagne.
What the hell is
kissed
happening?
the trophies, shaked each other's hands and started to go home.
So they booted him off?
No, they let him have
They
the
let
podium.
him have it, yes.
Then he got off.
Yep.
And then they're like, we're going to investigate because your team touched it. And then, of course, thanks to Mike Crack, smart man, got on the blow and go, we're going to appeal this. And they did.
Good.
It needed to happen.
Absolutely.
Because if you gently kiss a car with your lips, it's not working on the car.
No.
It's just
It's giving a bit of
romancing.
luck.
Yeah.
It's a bit of romance between engineer and vehicle.
Terry's trying to do what he did, over at the Alpine.
Yes.
And he's done that. But the rear jackman got underneath, gave a little kiss with his jack.
Yep.
And they've gone, you've touched the car, that's a penalty, 10 seconds, he moves back. Like, no. So they argued the point, like, is touching the car working on it? Like, they're not. He didn't get it. He didn't lift it up.
What if he decides to do something more than just a kiss? What if he goes for a reach around or a
I
finger?
think the reach around's fine.
If he fingers the car.
If he fingers the car, it's fine.
Yeah. Because Terry does have,
some unusual.
He doesn't like women.
Kinks.
He doesn't like men. He likes inanimate objects.
Yeah.
What's that thing? There's a thing that's called. It's got a name.
It's called
People fall in
Iflin
love.
syndrome.
They fall in love with the Eiffel Tower. They fall in love with the building. Terry falls in love with cars. So you'll often see him. You'll often see him in the garage late at night. Pants down to the ankles, rubbing himself up against the back of that Ferrari.
You can't do that on Saturday night because all the cars are in park firme, so you can't do it then.
Can't do it then.
But every other practice session he is out there.
Where's Terry? Has anyone seen Terry? We're having drinks. Has anyone seen Terry? Oh, there he is.
He's in pit lane again.
It's Terry, and it's okay. It's part of Terry. But don't penalise him
Every
for...
morning they got to clean the car
Oh,
off.
God. Oh,
Sticky.
Carlos, don't sit in that seat.
It's not so much that it's ejaculate. It's more that it's added weight. And they're just trying to strip all the weight off the car. Because he's never seen so many bare cars in his life. Like, fucking hell, look at this carbon. So the F1 Podcast Award goes...
What a smooth segue.
It goes to the FIA for having a little bit of common sense.
Oh,
But yeah, Terry.
he's
He's going to be up to this all year.
up to his eyeballs in semen. Rubbing himself up against
He's going to
cars.
save that.
Oh, good heavens.
Save it.
Oh, okay. No,
leave
moral.
the cars alone,
Leave the
Terry.
cars
It's
alone.
non-consensual.
Step away from the car.
How would you get consent from an inanimate object?
Well, exactly, Luke. We don't know what the car prefers. You know,
May not be him.
it might not be him.
Could be
It
a
might not.
her.
It could be a her.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Could be, the former Charlie Whiting just.
Oh,
Touching the
yes.
undercarriage.
Crofty. Gently rubbing his fat belly. His mustard-stained
Miss Michael
T-shirt.
Massey, and who doesn't? Speckled Jim medal.
Speckled Jim. The 1, 2, 3. Best on ground for trying their little hearts out.
So who tried their hardest? Max Verstappen came from I think it was 12th or 14th or something, got up to second.
Yes.
Leclerc also had a penalty. He'll probably get many, many more thanks to that engine penalty. He got up, did a great job just behind his teammate. And Oscar Piastri, I'm going to give him props. He ended up finishing ahead of Lando.
Yes.
He was told to let Lando pass. He let him pass. Lando wasn't really going forward, so then he
Took him again.
made the move forward. F1 really didn't show it, but I did a quick search and some genius on YouTube found the Piastri Sargent move. So if you want to check out, if you want to see what that move was like, go and check that one out. It was a solid move. But yeah, the parking challenge scoreboard.
The parking challenge. The reverse parking challenge.
Reverse parking challenge. Now, this comes to Ocon got a penalty in Bahrain for not being parked in his bay properly at the start of the race. Fernando Alonso also got a penalty in Saudi Arabia. So far, 1 for 1. They've been out of their box. They can't park between the lines.
No.
This isn't reverse parking. This is just straight up parking.
Straight parking. No.
Formula 1 drivers, the best drivers in the world, two-time world champion.
Can't even park front.
Race winner. Esteban Ocon can't park between the fucking lines. And I hate that. You hate going to the shops and you see some dickhead parked at a 30-degree angle.
Right. You expect
taking
more.
up 2 spots.
Right. Reverse parking is more difficult.
It's difficult.
But you don't expect that from a Formula 1 driver.
You're driving straight into it.
Yeah.
You don't have to go around anything to into it.
You're not.
You just...
You're not parking at the Woolworths, your local shopping centre, for a thing of milk.
You're not threading the needle in Rome.
No.
Where every car is this far away from... This is very short distance for those podcast listeners.
Yeah, it's
Like
very close.
An inch.
Yep.
And if you've been to Rome, you'll see how many cars have dents and scratches on them because everyone parks like arseholes.
Right.
And we've got a Terry count.
Oh, okay.
How many times has Terry shown up in this year's championship?
Yes.
So far, 3 times.
3 times.
Twice at Alpine.
Yep.
Once at Aston Martin. Fucking up Fernando Alonso.
He loves it.
So the finish, if you want to know the result of the race, it was Sergio Perez ahead of Max Verstappen and Fernando Alonso. The driver of the day was Max Verstappen. The fastest lap was Verstappen with 1 minute 31.908. And the fastest pit stop again, Ferrari.
Yeah, Ferrari.
2.1.
Fantastic. Good opportunity here, Luke, just to mention this is a double podcast.
Oh.
We can do a double. Is that okay?
Back. Yeah.
Do it back to back?
Back to back.
Wrapping up Saudi Arabia. Mouth-watering podcast, Luke, as we wrap up the Saudi Arabia and preview the Australian GP. Proudly brought to you by the F1 charity Hand Jobs for the Homeless. Because why should people in the streets, the homeless, miss out on a good old wristy from time to time? And now the official charity, of course, of the Williams Formula One team with a lovely little emblem of F1 podcast. If you're just on the side there, you'll see it next to the drivers on that side there.
Squeezing a sausage.
Squeezing a sausage and a nice big firm fist. So you're welcome. And thank you very much to Williams, of course, for getting F1 podcast on board.
And thank you to the listeners who are actually going down and lending a hand down at the local homeless shelters.
Homeless shelter.
If you go to a bridge, you'll find someone under there.
I mean,
hey,
the feedback has been out ever since we've mentioned this wonderful charity that we've instigated worldwide. Wonderful feedback from people around the world helping out the homeless with a wristy.
Yeah, the feedback has been, there's been more homeless because of the fringe benefits now afforded by the Hand Jobs for the Homeless charity.
People don't feel so embarrassed to be homeless now.
No.
You're welcome.
They're saving a bit of money.
Yeah.
They're getting down the street and they're getting a free fucking
I'm getting
hand
a
job
free
every
hand
now
job. If nothing else, I don't mind wearing this rag. I don't mind smelling like I haven't had a shower in 4 weeks.
No.
I'm going to get a wristy.
I don't need to shower if someone's coming over to jerk me off.
Correct.
Wristies for the refugees, hand jobs for the homeless. This is what we're all about. In the F1 podcast,
That's what we do.
We're doing our bit.
We are, Luke. We're doing it. We're giving it
What's
back.
Formula One doing? Equality.
Oh, come on. And what? Stealing our ideas. Come on, get your own ideas.
Steal this idea. Come on, I dare you.
Hey,
Crofty, go down.
he's tempted.
You'll be in Melbourne. There's some homeless there. Find them on the street.
Yep.
Shove it under their blanket. Give them a quick rub.
Get a little rub. Eye contact. Crofty, that's the secret. Secret to a good wristy. Righto, let's move along, Luke. What do we got next?
I got that.
Is it time for a driver profile, Luke?
I'm going to go through a bit of news.
Oh, good.
News,
yes.
then driver
Because
profile.
there is some news about going back to McLaren. We've lost some technical people.
Yes. James Key, you mentioned it.
They've booted him out.
He's done.
Who's replacing?
Don't know.
Okay. Have you had
Don't
a call
know.
up? Have you had the call?
No. They didn't like the look of my simulator, but I've got a job at Williams.
Oh, yes. There's always a job at Williams.
There's always a job at Williams.
You'll always have a job.
I went into their design office. It's just a wall of Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah.
And they all just work on each part. And they just, no, it's not good. Shake it back
shake
and
it back.
forward.
Start again.
Try again.
Yeah.
That's how Williams do it.
Yeah.
You go to McLaren, and they're just trying to basically trace over a Red Bull.
Yeah.
They've got on the wall, and they've got the big tracing paper.
Yes.
And they've just got their tongue out, just trying to get it right.
Well, now they're trying to trace over an Aston Martin. They traced over a Red Bull.
Yeah.
So it's like a Chinese whispers.
Yeah.
They haven't quite got the right because they're copying the copy.
Yeah, they got the copy of the copy.
Yeah.
That's why they cast shit. Of course, they said, we should do this. And then through, the Chinese whisper process,
Yeah.
it always gets ruined by someone.
That
That is the front upper wishbone for those of you playing at home. Great enunciation.
Yeah, thank you. Enunciation.
It really
dialect
worked.
is very much the lower part
that?
of the feng shui area.
You
Lovely
learn a
spot.
lot in those mountains.
Lovely spot.
So Lewis and his physio have split. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Now, a lot of people are talking about this, and a lot of people are putting ideas of why did this happen. They've been together so long.
Yeah.
I don't really know her name. She's not a driver. I don't really care. It's
No.
a physio. I'm sure other drivers have had physio. Daniel Ricciardo's physio is now with Yuki Tsunoda.
Right.
He's gone, you're not a Formula 1 driver anymore.
Right.
Go fuck yourself. I'm going to go with Yuki. I'm
Wow.
going to continue to travel the world.
Gee, that'd be an easier job, wouldn't it? You're less to massage.
Yeah,
Not
much
so
less.
Very little man.
Very tiny boy.
Yeah. But less jokes. You wouldn't laugh as much, would you? Massaging
No.
Yuki.
He'd be very swear if he hit the wrong spot too. So they split. Everyone seems to care. I don't really care. I don't care the reason. I don't want.
No.
People move on. People do different things.
Right.
It could have been sexual assault. She could have been an incredible Nazi. You don't know.
Correct. Yep. She might have done blackface, massaging him in blackface. That's
See,
not funny.
It's not.
That's not funny. You're
it's a little-
fired.
It's a little bit funny.
Yeah.
If she did that.
If
and
she
then
did
he's
that.
rolled over and she's like,
Just thought you wanted a
"Hi."
laugh. Sorry, Lewis. Just thought you might needed a laugh. Not funny. Fuck off.
Fuck off. Yeah. So I don't care. Do you care?
No.
There you go.
No, I don't care. But it's good news.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's exciting for us.
Angela, maybe it's Angela. I don't know.
No, probably Angela.
Fred Vasseur says not everything is going wrong at Ferrari.
Well, what a statement. What a statement.
Sure, they are behind Red Bull,
Yep.
Aston Martin,
Yes.
Mercedes.
Mercedes. Yes. Probably.
Yeah,
Alpine, most likely.
probably. But
Still not bad.
they've done the fastest pit stops in the last 2 races.
Yeah.
So he's right.
Yeah.
It's not all shit.
It's not all bad.
So there's positives.
For an Italian team, they're kind of looking up, to be honest.
In terms of their pit stops, in 2008, Felipe Massa lost a lot of points because
Yeah.
of shit refueling back in those days.
Yeah.
So if they had this kind of mentality of pit stops back then, he'd have a world championship.
World championship for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mike Crack, just want to say his name again.
My crack.
No news on him, but James Key told he's done.
There you go.
He's done. He's out.
He's done.
They've bring in new infrastructure in McLaren. Don't know who the fuck they are. It doesn't matter.
What a fucking shambles.
What's it going to do for this year? Nothing.
Oh, gee, you'd hate to turn up to the bloody...
Imagine being like a top end guy. I'm like coming in going, why did you do this? This
what-
doesn't make sense.
doesn't make
Where's the air going here? Why is it?
What have you been doing for 2
This
years?
is a visual representation of McLaren's aerodynamics.
It's a big turd.
It's all over the fucking shop.
It's all a big dog
bit
turd.
this way, bit that way.
Yeah.
Great for acoustics, terrible for a Formula 1 car.
Yeah. What a joke. Bad days ahead. Not good.
No.
Not good. So much promise, so much potential, so much talk.
And
So much talk, Luke. Positive talk, way too much talk.
Too much talk, not enough drawing.
Not enough drawing, not enough Etch-a-Sketch.
They should get Adrian Newey back.
Oh, how much of that's going to cost you?
A lot.
But surely Adrian's getting bored. Isn't he sitting at Red Bull thinking, what's the challenge? Now's the time to pick him up.
Yeah.
You could say Formula One.
That's how they got him from McLaren to Red Bull.
Right.
Going, you can do some other stuff on the outside.
Do some other stuff. Do whatever you want.
Ron
Come
Dennis
over
isn't
here.
there anymore. Come
No.
back.
Please help Formula One because this is a horrible season. It's one-sided.
Yeah.
We need him back. We need him.
Need something to happen. Anyway, driver profile now.
I love a good driver profile, Luke. Now, we've already featured Max, the Belgian waffle.
And Charles
Leclerc,
who has Percival in there somewhere.
Percival.
Is in his name.
Who are we looking at this week,
So
Luke?
third in the championship, third person. We're going with Sergio Checo Perez.
Sergio Checo.
Now get comfortable.
All right, I'm
This
going to
might take a while.
loosen the belt.
Yep.
All right, go for it.
Sergio Perez, born in Guadalajara, Mexico. Sergio Miguel Perez Mendoza. He's a Mendoza.
He's a
I'm pretty sure that
Mendoza.
was a name of one of the characters on The Simpsons. Mendoza.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Good family. Good heritage.
Great
Love.
lineage.
Good tacos. Very good.
Now Red Bull Racing is previously driven for McLaren, Sauber, Racing Point, Force India. Racing Point, Force India were the same team. Furthermore, he's won Formula One Grand Prix and the 2020 Sakir Grand Prix. That was a short track that they made there. That was the one where George Russell had substituted for Lewis Hamilton. And he got the record for the most amount of starts before a race win, which was 190, and he didn't have a drive the following year as well. So when he won that race, which was towards the end of the year, this was 2020, this was the COVID year where they shot a lot of the races down, and he won that race, and he was last at the end of the first lap.
Yes.
He went backwards, and then he made his way all the way to the front, thanks to a little bit of mishaps in Mercedes and what happened up there with poor George Russell.
Yep.
Could have won a race straight off the bat.
Shoulda, woulda.
But yeah, he also earned the first Formula One pole position in the 2020 Saudi Arabia Grand Prix, which I think was 2022. I think they've got that wrong there. Breaking the record for the most races before his first pole position at 215.
There you go.
So that would have been 2022.
Yeah, no.
Because that makes sense with 190, 215, 25 races. They didn't have 25 the year before. Saudi Arabia was the third race. You get it.
Makes sense.
You get it. Makes sense.
I'm
He also
doing the maths.
Perez began his career in karting at the age of 6 in 1996.
Wow.
And his first year of competition, he achieved 4 victories in the junior category and claimed the runner-up spot in the category. In 1998, he returned to complete the junior category. He achieved 8 wins and became the youngest driver to become champion of that category in karted till 2003. It's a fair bit of fucking karting.
There's a lot of karting.
Huge amount
Did he
of
go straight from karting to Formula One? Did he go to F2?
No, he went to a Skip Barber series, which is in the US, in 2000.
It's the haircuts. He's doing some beautiful haircuts, the barbers.
It's haircuts and racing. That's all they do in America.
You do a lap, you get out, you do a haircut, you get back in, you do another lap.
Yeah. And it's an apprenticeship through the year. He ended up finishing 11th in the
Because you end up
apprenticeship.
getting a double apprenticeship. You're getting an apprenticeship for hairdressing
Yeah.
and an apprenticeship for your cars. So it's clear, it's a pathway
Yeah,
to
you can
different
choose.
careers.
Yeah, he's got good hair.
Yeah.
You can tell why.
Yeah.
Because of that year in Skip Barber.
Yep. You're not a great hairdresser, so we're going to put you in a Formula One
Yeah,
car.
we'll-
Oh, no, I don't want to do that. No, I want to be a hairdresser. Come on.
You sounded like,
Pierre Gasly?
no, you sounded...
Ocon.
It was the movie with Mike Myers. He was the love guru, and it was Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
He was the goalie, and he goes, "Oh, we're there."
I've never seen it, Luke.
He has he's Lecoq.
What?
Yeah, his name was.
Lecoq.
Apparently, he had a massive cock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good to know.
Imagine if that was written in your character. You've got a massive cock.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't have to imagine I've got a massive cock, Luke. That's a good thing about me.
Perez moved to Europe in 2005 to complete the German Formula BMW ADAC, where he was allowed to live.
The hairdressing didn't work out for him then.
No, not at all. He needed to branch out and
Different
go
direction.
to Europe.
Yeah, different
Try their hairstyles over there. He was allowed to live in a restaurant owned by his team manager for 4 months.
Oh, wow.
He finished 14th in the championship, driving for 4-speed Media. I nearly said Medea.
Oh, okay. Funky cold Medina.
Funky cool Medea. And improved to 6th position the following year. Perez, he has a terribly boring racing career.
It's not exciting.
No.
But his hairdressing career.
It gets better, don't
Wow.
worry. It's phenomenal. Thick, lustrous, and that's what he learned in the restaurant. Use the grease, the
Correct.
fat.
He did want to quit because of the fact that he didn't like doing the Euro hairdos. He was very much, I'm not doing Euro German crazy hairdos. And I respected that. I respect that decision.
I wouldn't want to do that either.
No, so we went to Formula One.
Yeah. So then Perez switched to the British Formula 3 Championship of 2007. Perez relocated his residence to Oxford. He can, again, what's the fucking point?
What's the point?
Let's just skip forward. 2008, he and T-Sport graduated to the Premier International class of the championship, where he was one of the few drivers to be equipped with a Mugen Honda engine. Mugen used to be in the back of the Jordan.
Yes.
After leading the championship early in the season, he eventually finished 4th in driver standings in GP Asia 08 and 09, and then he was in GP2 main game in 9 and 10. And in 2010, he finished 2nd behind the great Pastor Maldonado.
Wow.
Imagine finishing 2nd to him.
Yeah. Wow, what great lineage.
Venezuelan, Mexican, 1 and 2. South Americans were going nuts.
Great lineage before he gets to Formula One, though, isn't it? I mean, that's just some lovely hairdressing, restaurant, kind of doing okay in a car, then turning up to Formula One.
Yeah.
Why not?
So debuted in 2011 with Sauber, raced well, got the job at McLaren. Tough year being partnered with Jensen. He didn't last long there. He loves golf. He's even handicapped. No, not in a speckled Jim way. He played with a handicap of 18. He's heavily involved in the stock market. He checks it every morning.
Does he really?
Why?
Yeah.
What are you going to do in the morning?
Maybe he's got all his money tied up in it. Maybe.
He would have to, but you don't look at it every day. If you're looking for a long-term investment...
I think that might be code for Pornhub.
Yeah.
I think
checking the stocks.
Checking the stocks, honey.
Yeah.
I'll be out in a minute. Just going to check some stocks.
The stocks are rising.
Oh, yeah. These stocks are great.
I think the bubble's about to burst. Yeah, so he's heavily involved in the stock.
Good on him. Good on him.
He has his own foundation.
Good.
He should probably get involved with Handjobs for the Homeless.
Well, he'd love it. He'd love it.
Go hand in hand. Helping kids and getting homes back to people after the earthquake. Did he fix them up? Probably not, but that costs money. His nickname isn't special. Checo, or Chico, if you're a certain Channel 9 presenter. She was calling him Chico a few times.
Chico Mendes.
Chico is generally...
Chico Roll.
It's quite a racist term now.
Is it?
Because the Chico babies were those little black babies.
Oh,
the little lollies.
Yeah, yep.
And you basically call them a black man.
Aniseed flavour they were.
No, they had milk. No, you're thinking of black cats.
Oh, black cats.
Yep, they are aniseed and horrible licorice.
That's right.
The Chicos were like a chocolatey...
Okay.
A little bit off chocolate.
All right. Okay. I can't remember. I remember getting the half-cent lollies down the local kiosk.
Yes.
We'd recycle the glass bottles, get 20 cents for a glass bottle, and we'd head down to the kiosk and get 40 lollies.
Yep.
Good old days.
You have to recycle them for 10 cents.
And you get one lolly.
And you get...
You're lucky.
You'll get a reach around from a dirty man in the back of a van. If you're lucky. His nickname, Checo, was given to most kids called Sergio.
Is that right?
So there's tens of thousands of kids with the nickname Checo. So it's not very special at all. He wasn't a Formula 1 driver. He'd want to be in banking or in law.
Yep.
And this is his quote, "I would like to have been a banker or a lawyer."
Wow.
They both have a lot of adrenaline, similar to the stock market. That's what I'd say would be similar to racing.
Good Lord.
Tell me you don't know what it is to be a lawyer or a banker without telling me you don't know what it's like to be a lawyer or a banker.
Who aspires to be a lawyer or a banker? That's frightening. A sicko. Some sort of twisted sicko.
Who thinks adrenaline is mixed in
with banking? Luke. Next.
Banking and law.
Hello, ma'am. How can I help you today? Savings or check account?
This alone is...
This is awesome.
Not approved. Fucking feel that rush of putting that stamp down.
Denied your bank loan. Denied your bank loan.
You see everyone walking out at the end of their day at the bank, they're like fucking high five, and he's like, "Woo! We made some fucking money!"
Yeah, man. I said no to an old lady.
She will have to live on the street.
Yes. Oh, no. It's a dream, Checo.
Fucking the adrenaline rush.
The adrenaline, Checo.
Maybe during a robbery, lawyers. Maybe when you chase down that ambulance. You know.
Yeah. Well, we know he's a sick fuck. Old Checo, don't we?
Lovely
guy.
If I see him in Melbourne, I'm going to ask him for any stock tips.
Yes, please.
And see if he gets the adrenaline pumping. Like, don't peak too soon, buddy.
Yeah.
But let's talk a bit of stocks.
Yeah. What's on the rise? What am I buying? What am I selling?
He's on the rise by the looks of it. Perez was also instrumental in the team being put into liquidation, the Force India.
Yeah, that's right.
He sort of got them like, listen, you guys have to pay up. Took legal action. He saved many jobs. He saved the team.
That's right. You forget that.
And then when Lawrence Stroll came in and bought the team, they told him to fuck off.
Thanks very much for all that, how you kept this Formula One team alive. Don't need you anymore.
Thanks for winning a race for us, by the way.
Yeah.
Before you died.
But here's my son, my very talented son, Stroll.
Come in, Billo.
Hello, I'm talented Stroll. I'm going to drive for Daddy.
It saved the team and a consortium invested by billionaire Lawrence Stroll. Maybe that was the adrenaline. Then we go over to...
Look at that. Can I just say, brilliant.
It started so poorly.
Yeah.
He has a very dull life.
But we know this segment that you've got here, this profile of a Formula One driver is genius because this is stuff we never know. No one ever goes this deeply into the background of a driver. They're not just the background, the mindset. What are their motivations? What do they love? What do they hate? This is inside information that you are able to gather that nobody else in the industry can do.
Banking and lawyers.
Congratulations.
When you thought he was boring beforehand.
We just locked that right in, didn't we?
He's gone above and beyond.
So thank you, Luke.
No, thank
You're
you.
amazing.
Thank you for listening.
Well done. Especially those in Bulgaria, by the way.
Oh.
Big fan base in Bulgaria.
Yep.
The Bulgarians love a good stroganoff.
Yep, we're starting to peak.
Yep.
In America, well done. You're smashing it.
Absolutely. Oh, how are we doing in America?
That's 78% of our viewership, listenership, everything.
Yes. That's an all. High five. I love USA.
Great success.
Great success.
Yeah,
for
thanks
the
for listening.
American peoples.
Yes.
Okay, now, time to turn.
We're creeping up north into Canada now.
Oh, we really?
I don't know why.
Fuck, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right,
Got a few new countries
We've
recently.
got some walking around money soon. Yeah, some advertising dollars.
Oh, yeah.
How many do we need to get, like regular downloads, before they start monetizing this bad boy? This podcast. 5 download?
Maybe 6 or 7.
6 or 7? Start seeing some money.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And also, I'd like to give a plug to Pete's Meat. Nobody beats Pete's Meat.
Like Pete.
Like Pete. Now, let's go to the land down under.
Yes. Oh, just a note from my wife that your tail lights are on, Luke.
Oh, fantastic.
Your car tail lights are on.
They can't be. I would have locked it.
You would have locked that, surely.
Anyway, maybe the light's just hitting it and she thinks it is.
Perhaps.
One of them's not working.
Well, there you go.
She didn't write that down, did she?
No, she did not say that.
No.
And check your brakes. She didn't say check your brakes. And your oil and water.
She's cutting my brakes right now.
She's cutting the brakes.
You're cutting into my husband's time. Yeah. Going to Australia.
All right, let's
Albert
go to
Park,
Australia.
Melbourne.
I come from a land down
Down
under, where something. Chunda.
Chunda.
Vegemite sandwich. So, the Australian GP, you're heading off to Melbourne.
I am. I fly out tomorrow morning.
Yep. Well, we're trying to jam this one into a very tight space
Ooh.
right now. You're off about to, your bags are packed. Your bags are here. You're about to jump on a plane to Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne, Australia.
You're going to have some souvlaki great souvlaki, Luke.
Getting some curry. That's my favourite curry place.
You don't like the Greek food?
I didn't mind it.
Melbourne's got the biggest Greek population outside of Athens in the world.
Yeah.
Great lamb.
What do you call 5 Greek women in the shower? Gorillas in the mist.
Gorillas in the mist. Ouch. Hi to all the Greek ladies out there as well listening. Big fans, Greek ladies of Luke.
Huge fans.
Huge fans.
Yeah.
Tell us about the circuit, Luke.
So it is a 5.278 kilometre track. It was adjusted last year. They made the certain segment, I think it was turn 6 and 7 quicker, and then they took out 2 corners. Which was turn 8 and 9.
Yeah, there has been some bad press about the track. It's never been great for overtaking. So they're doing their best, are they? Is that what they're doing to try
There's
to?
going to be 4 DRS zones.
Well, that's
They
encouraging.
were going to have 4 last year, and then I think Alonso had a bit of a whinge, like it's too many.
Yeah.
And so now it is going to be 4.
Okay.
And we've got, so it's only got, I think it's 14 corners now. It used to have 16. Cut out the turn 9 and 10. 5.278 kilometres now, 58 laps. First Grand Prix 1996. The race distance is 306.124 kilometres. The lap record is held by Charles Leclerc, Percival, with a 1 minute 20.260. That was the new lap record because of the new layout.
Yes.
Now the tyres they'll be using for this weekend's Australian Grand Prix.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad to be going down there.
You are.
I was down there when it got cancelled.
Mm.
We had
That's right.
full media access that year.
That's right. The only year we ever had full media access.
Well, you did the year before.
I did.
I had fuck all access.
You did.
Which was great. I was
well,
very happy with
still
what
pleased.
I could do.
Still pleased.
Very happy. No
Free entry.
complaints
You
here.
had free entry at least.
Free entry. And then the next year we both had the accreditation.
I mean, I did have a lot of. I did spend a lot of time in the Ferrari garage eating the bay. They've got beautiful food in there, Luke. I'm not sure if I told you the food they have in there. So I did a lot of eating on your behalf, and I did tell the guys in Italian, my broken Italian, that Luke would love to be here eating this, but he can't. But thank you.
Yeah.
Then I went to the Alpine garage. Did the same.
Yeah, of course.
Luke would love to be here, but can't be.
Should have worn a black armband just to signify.
Yeah.
Luke, see this?
Yeah.
Luke would love to have been here.
Yeah.
But he's over there.
Correct.
Just wave to him.
All the Italian girls, pretty much just boobs in my face. He'd love to be here, but I'll take this for him.
No, you're such a team player.
Yeah.
So the 3 tyres they've got is the C2, C3, C4
Yep.
out of the 6 compounds they have this year. Very, very interesting.
Very interesting.
Then we go into the weather. It's going to be cool. Very cool.
Is it?
11 to 19, 10 to 15, 11 to 17. Scattered showers on Friday.
Oh, we like that.
I do like that.
We like some showers.
Chance of rain on Saturday and a chance of rain on Sunday.
See,
I'll
that's
pack some woolies.
Oh, good. That's going to throw up potentially, may not be a Red Bull 1-2 when you throw weather into the
if you
the
throw
mix.
weather into it, and Max Verstappen is a very good wet weather driver, and if they just happen to have some kind of, mistake,
accident, spin-off, whatever.
Pierre Gasly could hit him.
Perfect.
I don't know how he could.
One of the
from where he is.
Frenchmen.
Anyone, just
wipe them out, if you wouldn't mind.
Or they could do it themselves. That would be more interesting.
That would be brilliant.
More drama if the Red Bull guys come together.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the weather conditions. Last year was won by Leclerc, Perez and Russell.
Yes.
Max didn't finish the race with a bit of a glitch in his car. Pole was Leclerc with a 1 minute 17.868. There's an extra DRS zone. I'll be there to press the flesh, get the Nürburgring Grand Prix back on the F1 agenda.
Is that what you're doing? Are you going down there with an ulterior motive?
Of course.
And how are we going to do this, Luke? What are you doing to get Nürburgring GP in the minds of Liberty Media?
I'm gonna pitch them all the great ideas that the F1 podcast come up with. What is missing? The nude section.
The nude section. There's not enough
Free
nude sections.
fruit.
Free fruit section for Formula One Grand Prix.
You come in, you get a free fruit. You get to choose.
Complimentary apple.
Free fruit. We just.
These are
What
ideas.
more can we do?
What more can we do, Luke?
Amputees get 15% off.
Thank you.
Meth Museum.
The Meth Museum.
The Speckled
Yep.
Gym Cockfighting Arena.
There's cockfighting live in between the qualifying set. You've got the downtime in between racing and testing. There's cockfights.
And we have child labour to help build the track.
Correct. We're going to bring in the best Filipinos.
No, we're using
The
the
best
kids.
the Nürburgring kids.
Yeah.
Good. That's
They're
less
a little
controversial.
slower.
They're not as bright.
No.
That's a great idea. And you don't really mind if they die. Where the Philippines, we do.
Their
We love the
parents
Filipinos.
don't realise it.
They don't mind.
They're coked out of their fucking heads.
Oh, I love it. Luke?
Race times, Australian Grand Prix. So only 3 locations will be watching it on the Saturday, the 1st of April, April Fool's Day. Honolulu, 7 p.m.
Yep.
Then we have California, 10 p.m.
Yes.
El Paso, Texas.
Oh.
There's 2 time zones in Texas. That's how big the fucking thing is.
Really?
And we've got a lot of listeners in Texas.
Oh, have we really, Luke?
Yeah.
Okay.
California,
Yeah.
then Maryland, then Texas are our big listenership.
Wow.
They're listening to us.
G'day, Texas.
Yep.
Never been to the
Howdy,
state.
y'all.
Howdy.
I'm sorry, that's terrible.
That's
I'll
rubbish.
just stick to
Rubbish.
doing Australian.
But, you know, what? That is so great. It's great to think that we've got some American friends over there listening.
It is. And
Hope
if we
you
ever
enjoy
need
it.
a place to stay,
We're going to hit you up.
yeah.
Yep. Don't even bother hiding.
Put your hand up. We're going to come over. You've got 3 Grand Prix stops, stealing them all.
Correct. We want to try some T-bone, some Texas, some spicy wings.
And
on yum.
Sunday, 2nd of April, so you're watching this Sunday morning, Texas at midnight, Maryland 1 a.m., Buenos Aires 2 a.m., London 6 a.m., Warsaw 7 a.m., Bucharest to our friends.
Yes. Hungary. Is
Um,
that Hungary?
no,
No.
Romania.
What's that? Romania,
No.
is it?
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. Who knows? One of them.
No.
All lovely. They're all very different.
That area.
That whole section is beautiful.
Yep.
Just so different.
Bulgaria, Romania.
Great
Is it
stroganoff.
Sofia?
Sofia.
Is the capital of Romania.
What a woman. Curvy. Oh, yes.
She's at the same time as London, so
Gotcha.
6 a.m. for them. Then we go Kathmandu, 10:45 a.m. Bangkok. We've got a few people listening now
Have
from
we?
Bangkok.
Have
yeah.
we really? Thailand.
Yeah.
Sawadee Krap. Kop Kung Krap.
There you go. I don't know what that meant, but hopefully it was nice, or else we won't be having them listen again. So they are at midday.
Yep.
Singapore, 1 p.m.
Yes.
You used to live in Singapore?
I did used to live in Singapore, Luke.
Now people are starting to listen.
Was that right after I left?
Yeah.
It takes a while for them
Like,
to
wait a
come.
minute, I remember him.
Yeah.
He was that bald
He
fella.
was an arsehole.
He was in that show.
Oh, that's nice. I do love I love Singapore. Great place.
We should go there.
We could broadcast live from the
We'll
Singapore
take over
GP.
Crofty's job just for the race. Who wouldn't love that?
Easy.
I've not put Perth down because they can go fuck themselves. They're the only state in Australia that didn't listen to us this
Is that
month.
right?
Yep.
Bloody sand gropers over there.
Motherfucker. So that's why I've put Singapore and Bangkok on
Good.
there.
No,
So they can...
they can go fuck themselves.
That's right. Adelaide, 2:30 p.m. Narang, Melbourne, 3 p.m. We're back. Daylight saving
We're
stops
back.
this weekend.
Is that? Oh, we're back lined up. Oh, good.
And then Auckland, 5 p.m. That's the times you'll be watching the Australian Grand Prix.
Very good, Luke. Luke Slap, do we have you driving the Melbourne GP circuit, Luke?
Do we?
In the simulator, in the FE1 podcast simulator, handcrafted. Here it is. In fact, and he's eating a pie. Luke is going to do hot lap eating a Aussie pie. You've got to see this on the socials. Get on the socials right now.
So this is a Proper Nations
Oh.
pie, one of our sponsors.
Scorching hot.
It's
Look how hot
it's from Tasmania,
it's a Tassie pie.
and it's delicious.
He's about to take a bite. Here we go. Luke is about. Here's the bite.
right,
Scorching,
here we
and
go.
he's driving with one hand and eating a pie. It doesn't get more Australian than that.
They should have that handoff. But this is taking a bite. I'm not very straight when it comes down the straight because I'm too focused on the pie.
There's no crumbs. He's not dropping any pie.
Going into turn 1.
Oh, he's changing
That's
gears.
pretty good. Pretty happy with that bit.
Oh,
I get a little bit lost at points,
He almost lost the pie there. There was a slight. He got a bit of. Oh,
but
yeah, no,
it
he's
was
fine.
good. It was a good pie. And I think I went a little bit deep into turn 3. Still caught up before the rumble strip. Left hand and then just flat out the next bit. These cars have so much downforce.
Because you
This
bit
is
the roof of you bit the too hot. Pie.
very,
The roof
very
of-
hot.
Burnt you, the roof
Look
of
at
your
that.
mouth.
Nearly hit the wall there. And the steering wheel moves a lot more when you have one hand on it. I'm all over the shop here.
I'm more impressed by the way you're eating that
Look,
pie.
nearly hit the wall there. It's
It's a delicious looking pie.
It's a good pie.
I'm getting
I
hungry.
I highly recommend it. Now, when I was in Tassie, they have so many of those fucking pies we need. Look at that turn. Look at that turn 9 and 10. The fast
Beautiful.
sweeper. Again, I'm kind of focused trying not to spill it on myself, so I was looking down a bit.
Yeah.
And I was realising where I was. That was good. I was happy with
That
that
is
corner.
Beautiful control of car and pie.
Probably could have got a little bit more on the gas earlier.
Yes.
But these last 2 corners coming up, I'm catching up to the ghost car,
Yeah.
which I did without a pie. And yeah, there it is.
Look
Onto the
at
main straight.
that. And he's halfway through the pie, takes a second, third bite, and he's crossed the line.
So 1 minute 22.1.
Wow.
1-6.
With a hot pie.
And that is the hot
The
pie.
native Aussie dish. You've done it, Luke.
Yeah. That's how
Oh,
I've done it. It was a
brilliant.
beautiful pie, and I highly recommend.
It looks
you-
scorching
If
hot.
you're getting on board with the Proper Nations pie,
But I think what you've done with the pie, which was clever, being scorching hot, you drowned it in tomato sauce,
oh,
which then moderated the heat of the pie. So you could hold it, you could eat it. Clever.
yep. And now you'll need to bring up the run sheet. I think we're going to...
Yes.
Wait. We don't need to. We're
We
about
don't
to
need
talk
to.
with 4-time world champion.
Shut up. Sebastian
Vettel.
Vettel. on this little... How do we get the big names, Luke, on this podcast? Unbelievable.
Blackmail. So,
The big names on this podcast, Luke. Shall we cross to him?
and get on Sebastian.
Hi guys! Hi!
Hey, Sebastian.
What's going on? It's me, Sebastian Vettel, 4-time world champion. What's going on?
So,
oh my God!
Last time you were on the podcast, you were in Brazil.
Yes, that's
You
right.
were wearing a little
Yeah, I had
some wings.
Yeah, I had some wings. I'd just been to Mardi Gras. It was great. Just
So where are you now?
at the moment, I am down in Rio, just doing some shopping, some light shopping and stuff with the guys, hanging out. I love Brazil. Look, it's such a great place.
Yeah.
Love it. Oh, by the way, I saw you eating the meat pie. I heard all about it. Wow. So great. When's the last time you had a big piece of meat in your mouth?
Oh, it was at least.
Is that the last time?
Last time we saw each other.
Wow. That's amazing, Luke. God. So great.
Although this pie, did with tomato sauce on top,
Oh, look.
great piece of meat.
Wow. If I was to put a bit of tomato sauce on my meat, would you be able to handle
I'd gobble it up.
It's pretty hot, Luke. It's pretty hot. It's going to burn the roof of your mouth.
So what are you thinking? How's life outside of Formula One? Have you been watching any of the races?
I've been watching some of the races. Yeah. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, please. I like to be honest with you, Luke. You're my best friend.
I appreciate that.
You're my best friend, Luke. I've always said that to you. I'm a little bit jealous of Fernando Alonso with the car because...
Is it the hair?
Yeah, he's got
Because
great...
he has hair.
He has great hair. Mine is, as you know, is not as thick and lush and delicious as it used to be.
It
It's
is
getting a
not.
bit thin. So that's why I'm looking some wig shopping today, getting some wigs and stuff. And yeah, I just think the car's fantastic. And I just wish I was driving the car.
I had a really great joke today.
Did you?
Was,
Please tell me.
What's the most expensive hair loss program?
Oh.
Chemotherapy.
What is it?
Chemotherapy.
Oh, look, you're funny. You're so great. Oh my God. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So what are your predictions? Do you think Alonso's going to win a race?
I think so.
Did you see this in the pipeline? Did you know that this was going to be a big year for Aston Martin?
Yeah. I said to und Stroll, I said, you're going to win a race as soon as I leave, aren't you, you son of a bitch? And he said, yeah, we're going to win a race when you leave. That's what he said. That's what it sounds like.
It's a very good impersonation.
Yeah, we're going to win a race. I said, well, guess what, asshole? Lick my dick. Lick my asshole. You gotta fuck off and go kill yourself. That's what I said to him.
You sound like you've been hanging around Kimi Räikkönen.
Kimi,
very
oh my
aggressive.
God. Kimmy and I are best friends, you know this. Hey, we should catch up with Kimmy.
Is
You
Kimi
should
there?
see.
No, is that him in the background?
Oh, yeah, that's Kim. That's Kimmy. No, he doesn't want to talk. He's not very social.
He never wants to talk.
Kimmy's never been very social.
Is he trying to pick a fight?
He's fighting with a guy right now. Yeah, he's trying to negotiate on the VIG price. He's trying to bring the price down by $2.
Ah.
And pesetas here in Brazil. And he's actually trying to punch this guy in the face. Let me just see if I can. Hey! No, please, don't do that. Kimmy, put him down. Kimmy, come over here and say hi to the F1 podcast guys. Come say hello to the podcast guys. They're over here. Come over here, please.
Kimi?
No. I don't want to talk to you. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. He's just a bit upset. Okay? I'm sorry about that. I should probably go. He's a bit angry.
Thank you for your time again.
Okay, guys. See you later. I love you guys. Bye.
Whoa.
They're hanging out together.
Jesus, who would have thought that?
Never thought that was going
In
to happen.
Brazil,
Yeah.
wig shopping. Kimmy.
Wig shopping.
Wow. Anyway, that was great.
Yeah.
It's always
Wanna
good to
say-
catch up with Sebastian Vettel,
Yeah.
isn't it?
He's such a delight.
Such a lovely guy.
So much energy. I
Oh.
can't match it. I don't have that energy.
He's like a rabbit. He's like a little, just pounding everything. Anything that walks, he's just, you can see him. That's where you'll find
He's
him.
glistened up. He's got glitter.
Body lotions, glitter sticks,
smooth.
all those little fluoro sticks.
He puts them everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, it takes you weeks to get them out of your hair. Horrible. Well, Luke, is that it? We're done.
We're done. We're wrapping.
Oh my God. Well done.
Congratulations.
Hey, enjoy Melbourne.
I will.
It's going to be
I'll send him my
brilliant.
regards. I'll be there like, Adam would have loved to have been here.
Oh, I wish.
I won't be pressing the flesh with Daniel Ricciardo, but I'm going to try and get a word on him.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I'm going to see if I can be his interpreter.
Good idea.
So I'll say, listen, I know you're probably talking a lot this weekend. Just say you've lost your voice.
Yes.
And I'll stand there beside you
Brilliant.
and interpret for you.
Brilliant.
And they go, Daniel, what's it like being here but not racing a Formula 1 car? and he'd just look at me and I'd go, yeah, it's a bit shit.
Yeah.
I'd much prefer to be driving the car.
Yep.
But that's a dumbass question.
Dumbass question.
So just
Next.
be an absolute cunt or be an interpreter. So they'll ask me a question. I'm like, I'll interpret for you, Daniel. I was in the car. You fucking cunt. Your car. You drive. And he'd be like, I'm like, yeah, he's not happy. He'd rather be driving the car for sure. So I think that would be, great to. I'll throw it at him.
Do it.
I'll see what
Do
he
it.
does.
Yeah, maybe have a word to the French people, the French guys. Get up them.
Oui. Okay, Percival.
Yeah.
Charles.
Percival. And don't forget Chico Perez.
Chico.
Get him
a packet of
Get
Chicos.
him a packet of Chicos. Get him a Chico roll. Classic Australian. Not as classic as the Aussie meat pie, but a Chico roll is a pastry full of cabbage, vegetables, and like ears, lips, and arseholes from the butcher floor.
Your breath and your farts after eating a Chico roll is deadly.
Horrible. Should be illegal. Yeah, nothing good.
Don't fart in the shower after
Chico,
that.
hand him a Chico roll. Go, good luck.
Here you go, Chico.
There you go. And
He'll think it's tainted, and then we can get Daniel in the car.
That's true.
Ooh.
And get some tips as well with the stock market.
Oh, your tips,
Chico.
by the way. I want your tips for this weekend's Australian Grand Prix.
Yes.
Let's go with
Quick.
Red Bull.
Red fire. Let's go fire. Quick fire. Red Bull. Let's go. Sebastian. I got Sebastian. Oh, God. Something about Sebastian. It's hard, though.
It's hard.
He leaves an
It's
impression.
burnt into your retinas.
Oh,
Just that man in
Verstappen. Let's go Verstappen.
Ooh. Then we're going to go to Ferrari.
We're going to go for Leclerc.
Percival. Mercedes.
Russell.
Alpine.
Ocon.
McLaren.
The stolen one.
Alfa Romeo.
Let's go the Chinese guy. What's his name?
Zhou.
Go on.
The Great Wall.
The Great Wall of China.
Then we've got AlphaTauri.
Let's go Sonoda.
Aston Martin.
God, I can't remember who was driving this bloody Aston Martin. We'll go for
Alonso,
Alonso, of course.
Or
Of
Stroll.
course. Alonso.
Haas.
We're going to go Magnussen.
Mags. Suck my balls, Mags. And the
Yeah.
last one, Williams.
Sarge.
Yeah. All right.
About time.
We are done.
Enjoy Melbourne.
Enjoy the Grand Prix. We'll see you next time.
Have a Chico roll and a meat pie. You won't regret it. Well, you probably will.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, cunts.
Cunt.